Hey, yeah. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. I hope you guys are all ready for tonight's big fight.
Fam, I got my coffee. I got my coffee with my straw.
That's all right.
But I'm not expecting a long fight. I'm expecting a quick thing. 3 rounds, 3 to 5 rounds. Fight done.
I'm keeping this thing. I'm calling this as it is. Yildirim is a decent fighter at his level.
Yes, sir.
But we also saw 3 years ago now what Chris Eubank Jr. done to him.
Yes.
I'm not saying there's not an improvement in Yildirim, but you are absolutely going against one of the greatest fighters of all time. Not talk about greatest Mexican fighters of all time. Greatest fighters of all time.
Oh, so what? You're what's the word? You're converted now. I've been saying this from the get-go.
No. Not a case. I've always been converted, but whereas there was something that didn't sit right with all the contaminated meat allegations. But regardless of that, I mean, technically the guy's superb, and that's how it is. You know what I mean? And when guys are saying that he's gonna go down as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest fighters of all time. I still it's a hard one for me to sit down and go against Julio Cesar Chavez, because that was me as a kid growing up and watching Julio Cesar Chavez and the great things that he did. But on the real,
so that means you would remember the body shot that I gave you in sparring then.
You like to talk about me. You know what? Liars never prosper, you know. I remember I hit you with a body shot and you doubled over and bare fufu came out your bottom. Guy.
Yeah, but listen.
Canelo's in his changing room right now.
Yeah.
Very, very relaxed, composed guy.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Very, and he does this all the time. It's like, you know, when you reek of that confidence, everybody gets nervous, but it's how you control that nervousness.
Absolutely.
And he's a guy that has that. He has got that volcano inside of him to erupt, but it's like he's got a switch where he can turn it on, and that's what makes a guy so great.
Absolutely. You know, listen, the gingerbread boy Canelo Alvarez, 54-1-2, 2 draws. The only defeat coming to, we all know who it was, the money man, the magic man, Floyd Money Mayweather.
And we were in Vegas at the time when that fight happened.
Absolutely.
You know how crazy that is. I mean, that was 2013, you know.
Yeah, 2013. And, you know, listen, Canelo's 30 years old now. From Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And bro, the guy's a serious guy, Spencer.
Very, very serious guy.
You just look at his resume. You know, Sugar Shane Mosley. You know, Josecito Lopez, who before that beat Victor Ortiz. Remember, the fight was scheduled Victor Ortiz against.
He did. He did beat Victor Ortiz. At what weight did he beat Victor Ortiz?
Lopez. Yeah, that was at a smaller weight. Absolutely.
Right, exactly.
But remember, Ortiz was lined up to fight Canelo.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. That's why Canelo was ringside. 100%, Spence.
Listen, that was
100%.
I'm telling you, it was hearsay talk.
100%. Canelo was ringside.
Tunde, at the time when, just go look at the weight. What weight was Josecito Lopez when he fought Victor Ortiz?
Yes. Yeah, no, it was a welterweight match. But the talk was Ortiz was gonna fight Canelo straight after.
That was the talk. Son.
I don't know about the weights, but that's the fact. But anyway, going down his resume, you have Austin Trout, you have Floyd Mayweather, you have Lara, who was 19-1-2 at the time. You have James Kirtland, who was 32-1 at the time.
Listen, the James Kirtland knockout, yeah. When I watch that knockout now, it still makes me go. That was a vicious, horrible, no respect to you. I'm clapping you out.
Vicious knockout.
If you're a puncher, I'll show you about punches.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, you know, Miguel Cotto.
I may add. Your haircut looks really sharp. I might have to ban you from my barbers.
Because it's sharp, isn't it?
It's very sharp. Razor.
You have, you know, Canelo beating Miguel Cotto, who was 40-4 at the time. Amir Khan, who was 31-3 at the time. Liam Smith and a welterweight. We was there. Well, I was there ringside, so that was a murder.
Amir Khan was a welterweight.
Amir Khan was a welterweight, but you still listen. You can't. We're just going through the resume and the list of people he's beaten and the great guys that.
People on here like to hear arguments, so they don't want to hear no pally talk.
So listen, Liam Smith, 23-0 at the time. Callum Smith, 27-0, the Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Champion.
A good win.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., 52-1 at the time.
You see, in that fight, Chavez Sr. was sitting down there looking at Canelo saying, I wish you was my son.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, we're just seeing highlights on the zone of Callum and Canelo. And look at the size of Callum Smith to Canelo. Incredible height, range. It just so much bigger than Canelo. And Canelo just chopped him down like a tree. So, you know, I mean, we're dealing with a great here, as you said. I watched Yildirim's fight against Anthony Durrell this afternoon. And I'm telling you now, he's way up. There's 3 shots he's open for. Right uppercut, straight right hand, and a left hook to the body. And all those 3 shots are Canelo's shots.
Yeah, Canelo is a master at those shots.
Yeah. But I won't be surprised if we see the uppercut come into play very early in the fight, just because of the way he holds his hands. And I don't know how much of a change Joel Diaz would have made to the style in such a short time. I can't really see it. One thing I will say about Yildirim is that he's got nuts and guts.
Yeah.
He has definitely got nuts and guts.
Tunde, the majority of men that step into that ring got nuts and guts. And he must be getting about £1 million for this fight, right?
He needs more than that.
Right, because that doctor needs to be high.
He needs more than that, because this is Duke. I mean, if you look at it, if we just look at it stylistically, he's not faster than Canelo. He can't punch as hard as Canelo. He doesn't have the skill set of Canelo. He doesn't have the experience or the ring IQ of Canelo. He just fails in every department. So on paper, as I said, this fight shouldn't go past 5 rounds maximum. And if this fight goes past 5 rounds, something's wrong.
No, if it just goes past 5 rounds for Yildirim, it's a moral victory.
Yes.
Right? I'm just calling it as it is. If he does.
Absolutely.
But it's like, it's been a very, very long time where I've seen such a gulf in class in a world title fight.
Here we see crowds on the streets of Turkey holding Yildirim's picture, and he's got a whole country behind him, but I don't think that country is going to be strong enough to beat Canelo tonight.
Listen to me. You can have a whole country you want. When Canelo licked with that body shot, right?
I'm telling you. And you know what? The funny thing is, watching Yildirim's style, he's actually like a
breaking down the fight. I don't know who this other guy is. I know Darren Barker is the former IBF middleweight champion of the world. I don't know who this other guy is.
He might be a gym owner. He might own the gym.
Yeah, I think he works with Dan, but I don't know who the guy is. So there is no disrespect to him, but I don't feel why I should listen to you. So it's a good thing my TV's on mute.
I turned it off straight away when I saw him. Here we see Canelo. They're showing highlights of the Kovalev victory or KO. And Kovalev to me was a step behind from the previous fight with Anthony, and he just wasn't the same man. Weight definitely had a part to play in that fight. There was a rehydration clause, and he just didn't look like the same man. However, it was a devastating KO by Canelo Alvarez and showed that his power goes all the way up to light heavyweight.
Yeah.
And you see that counter left hook.
Bobby Wright saying his own employs anyone.
Yeah, big up Bobby Wright.
Yeah.
Listen, they call
Steve Bailey just said the other guy is Chris Lloyd. Who's Chris Lloyd? Can you tell me? I don't know who he is, bro.
I've never heard of him.
Sorry, I don't know who he is. No disrespect.
No disrespect to Chris, but I've never heard of him.
David Lloyd.
yeah. Well, listen, Spencer.
I also know Clive Lloyd.
Spencer, boxing is the theater of the unexpected. Can we expect the unexpected tonight?
No, because if this was to happen, I'm gonna be 1,000,000% real with you. This would be the biggest upset in boxing history.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Absolutely.
Because people need to forget. Buster Douglas, when he beat Mike Tyson in February of 1990, yeah. Buster Douglas was a well-accomplished guy with good wins on his record.
Yes.
But it was pushing his pickup. It was bigger than Ali versus February 25th, 1964. It'd be bigger than that fight.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
The reason why it's bigger than that fight, because yet again, Muhammad Ali, or the then Cassius Clay, was an Olympic gold medalist, an AAU champion, and a guy who was 19-0 going in to fight Sonny Liston. Absolutely on his record. This guy, you can't tell me one notable win on his record.
And also, if we talk about the pre-fights, the fights prior to Yildirim actually getting the shot, we're talking about, I looked at his record, and obviously the notable name is Chris Eubanks Jr. and Anthony Dirrell. I also, another name, and the reason why I recognize the name is someone Anthony fought was Walter Jabril Sakura, and he won that by unanimous decision. And
Anthony
Yard Sakura. He went points with Sakura, and Anthony stopped Sakura in 4 rounds, I think.
I rest my case.
Yeah, Anthony stopped Sakura in 4 rounds, but he went a unanimous decision against Sakura. But the 2 fights prior to this Canelo challenge was one against Lolonga Mock, who I know you remember. Lolonga Mock, when he clapped down David Haye in Reading, but David Haye got back up and finished him with a right uppercut beautifully.
Yeah, Mock's now, he actually signed to MTK,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mock's still fighting now. He's doing his thing.
Wow.
Bobby Wright asks, who's the zones and all else?
Who's what?
Who is the zones and all else? That's actually Kate Adu. Kate Adu used to cover the boxing for Sky before Anna Woodhouse. And boxing knowledge, she's far superior to Anna Woodhouse. This is not because she also does the PBC shows.
Yes.
So yeah, she knows. She's also dating Barack, the black guy with the hat. Them two, he does the Aka Barack show. Them two are together. They're engaged to be married.
Okay. Barack and
the
lady. Okay.
Yeah. Them two are together now. So they've been together a hot minute. But Barack's a cool dude, man. Trust me, I got a lot of time.
Yeah, Boxing Bully. On Instagram, I think his name is Boxing Bully, Barack.
Yeah, that's right. Boxing Bully.
Yes. Yeah, and then obviously the other fight was against a guy called Jose Antonio Rodriguez Slivenkik. And that guy was 3 wins, 31 losses, and 3 draws. So this is the preparation, or shall I say, ill preparation
Bruv,
that Yildirim has got
I don't want to hear no talk right now. You know what I mean?
before going in.
We've actually got Ryan Garcia in with Akamurak and Adu as well, and now it's a countdown for the fight.
So here we go. Canelo Alvarez about to make his entrance to the ring, dressed in pink and white. You know what they say about men who wear pink, Spence?
Yeah, they're very confident.
But I feel the composure in Canelo. You know, this is a man that's done this many times. A man that before the age of 23 was against the #1 fighter in the world. And 7 years later, you know, he is the #1 pound for pound king in boxing.
It's actually 8. It's crazy because we're in 2021 now. It's mad.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And what I want you to realize is that me and Tony were flying back and forth to Vegas, doing our bits in the Floyd gym from back then. I remember that week where it was locked up to everyone. And Tony said, "Wow, remember what we get in?" I said, "You're an idiot."
Come on.
Ball in the gym, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they're shining. Listen, I didn't even mention that. You know, he dealt with Danny Jacobs as well. This guy's resume.
That was a very good win.
Very good performance. His resume.
Danny Jacobs is a slickster, and he took away all of Danny Jacobs' tools in that fight.
Yes.
So off of the back of that, you got that to me is one of his best wins.
Absolutely. What an amazing stadium. This is the Miami Dolphins home stadium in Florida, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
The Hard Rock Stadium.
Hard Rock Stadium. It was beautiful, wasn't it?
Beautiful. Beautiful. And here we go, tape of the tape. Canelo 30, Yildirim 29. Canelo 5'9", Yildirim 5'11.5". The weights are in line, 167.6. Both of them came in the same way, same weight. The rules: no standing 8 count, no free knockdown rule, cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. Accidental fouls go to the scorecards after the 4th round. Jim! You know that? You know Harold Edelman and Jim.
God rest Harold Edelman's soul in paradise, man. Really nice guy, you know. I really like that guy a lot. I mean, I got a lot of time with him. It was crazy. Like, Harold Edelman was actually the judge for Ali versus Norton, the 3rd fight in 1976.
Okay.
And he scored that fight to Ali. And I remember I asked him, I got it on video as well. I said, "How could you score that fight for Ali? I love Ali, but Ali lost that fight." And Harold Edelman said, "Nah, Ken Allen just didn't do enough."
Yeah, come on. Do you sense what do you sense looking at Yildirim, Spence? Do you sense anything?
He's praying, Tun. Look at his face.
You think so?
Tunde, I'm telling you, I know when a man's praying, he's praying.
For those watching,
look. He looks like a boxer, Tun.
For those watching at home, prang means scared. Michael Buffer, the plastic surgery, bro, is doing good, bro. But he's still looking sharp.
He still is looking sharp.
He's not even fighting, and he's pulling up in a Rolls Royce, and the fighters are taking the tube.
Bro, trust me.
So here we have the national anthem of Turkey. Yeah, you see that little deep breath.
Just come to give us a holler out on air.
Big up Karma, Serene, the dynamic duo, Mr. T and Spencer Fearon. Come on. All day.
Big up Raymond Fisher.
Old tight Sully. Razaban. Morning, gents.
Right, Razban, big up IFL. He's coming to the ting as well. Raz knows what time of day it is.
All day.
I mean, Raz knows his thing, man. Raz knows his thing. Hey, tell me, Conrad, you can answer me on here. Has Badu Jack's people got anything to do with this thriller boxing? The thriller boxing, have they got anything to do with it?
Who are you asking? Me?
No, I'm asking Raz, so he can come back to me because they've just bidded some crazy money.
Yeah, 6.2 for the Lopez fight.
Lopez, yeah. The national anthem is being sung right now of Mexico. Steve Bailey, what do you say?
Canelo has learned a lot since his loss to Floyd 7 years ago. I honestly don't believe he can be beaten at the moment. Well, there's a few people that I will have something to say to that. One of them.
Big up Bobby Wright. Got my super chatting early. Don't think it's gonna last long. What are you lot on here? Okay, thank you very much, Raza. Badu Jack doesn't have anything to do with it. Has Badu Jack's management got anything to do with
it? Someone says, Mohammed Ahmed says, Teofimo Lopez may be on the undercard of the Jake Paul fight, apparently. Well, listen, if he's getting 6.2 million or a share of that, he don't business where he's fighting. Exactly. He's getting the piece.
Exactly.
Felix Daggerman says Tunde turn Mexican. I love boxing. So for me, that boxing, you know, the Mexican national anthem and then the United States national anthem. AJ Boxing Round says 5th round KO, which is what I said or what I have been saying, but something keeps telling me round 3 as well. So I'm saying that ain't going past round 5.
You bet done him in, innit?
Huh?
You bet done him in the 3rd.
You bet done him in the 3rd?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Canelo's supposed to knock him out in round 1 then.
No, you know what? We don't know because I think since then, Yildirim, you know what I mean? I would say his best wins has been against Jorge.
No, he didn't beat Jorge. Jorge beat him.
Well then, sorry. What I'm talking about his best win. He had no wins. I don't know why he's number 1.
yeah. No, he was, in my opinion, I watched that fight today. He was giving Jorge some work still. But the fight went to a TD, I think, in the 10th round. Aussie Bay says, hello guys, old tight, Aussie Bay.
Yeah, big up Aussie.
The thing about it, these prelims may last longer than the fight. Or, I'm going to say it again, can Yildirim shock the world and give us some work?
Yildirim ain't shocking nothing, bruv.
Where's my real?
I'm just being real. And yeah, this is boxing. Anything can happen, but not tonight.
Unless Canelo's got diarrhea, this fight can't go past 5 rounds.
Tunde, even if Canelo's got diarrhea, yeah? Even if he's got diarrhea, this fight ain't going long at all.
Yeah, 1 sec, let's.
Is Yildirim better than Rocky Fielding? No, he's not better than Rocky Fielding. Sorry, I was being real with you, Mohammed. Rocky Fielding is a better fighter than Yildirim, in my opinion. And the only way I can match that up, because if I put Rocky Fielding in with Yildirim, I'll expect Rocky Fielding to beat Yildirim. I'm just
absolutely
being 100 there. Steve Bailey, what do you think of Josie Parker's performance this morning? You think Del Boy can beat him? We're gonna, you know what, Tom, let's get both of them on the show for next week.
Let's try. Yeah, I know Derek will be up for it.
Yeah, because not only that, but we've done quite a few bits with Josie Parker. He's a friend of the show, so let's go draw them and, like, you know what I mean. Derek's our boy, so that'd be cool. We go draw them in. The national anthem's just being sung there.
What do you think about the attendance? It doesn't look like there's a, unless I'm seeing one, it doesn't look like a great attendance today.
No, because I think they're only allowed like 10,000 people.
Okay.
So yeah. For all of Michael Buffer's money that he's got, he can't get a better pair of shoes.
Come on.
They're those shoes that the doctor prescribed to you.
So here we go, Spence. Yildirim banging his gloves, waving to the fans. I don't know how many he's got in Miami, but he's bowling like he's walking down Peckham High Street. He's got that kind of bop.
Yeah, like he just bought a Tasty's patty.
Soaking up the atmosphere, beating his chest. And I'm like, boy, brother, you best somebody get thump in your chest, because you know Canelo's used to thumping man in their arms and stuff. But he's showing confidence. He's soaking up the moment. Definitely, it's his moment.
Listen to this. Umar Rez says, "Hey guys, how's it going? The Zone's commentary is terrible." Well, that's why I'm not going to say it's terrible. That's why you're on here.
Because this is the real boxing people that you're chatting to.
Yeah, exactly.
Muhammad Ali says, can Jamal Charlo beat Canelo at 160? Probably, because I don't think Canelo will ever see 160 again.
He ain't going to do 160 again. Canelo's openly spoken about staying at 168 and unifying the titles. The next fight after this is Billy Joe Saunders. And if he gets past Billy Joe Saunders, the next fight after that is Caleb Plant. So he's. I
haven't seen Billy this week. Have you seen him here? Is he at the fight?
No, I haven't, but I think he could be there. I don't know. I should send him a message now. Because I think he's going to be. I heard that he's going to be present, so they can announce his fight after.
Yes,
so we shall see. Reese Sang, big up, guys, and big up to you, Reese. Thank you very much for joining us.
Old tight, Reese.
It means a lot.
And now it's Canelo time.
Yep.
The lights have been dimmed. He really is a superstar.
Of course he is.
Of today. And he's really relishing the moment. He's relishing his time at this position or in this position. And, you know, let's get it right. He's only 30 years old. We still may have a few years of Canelo.
6, yeah.
Oh, Razaban said Billy could not get clearance to fly to America. Oh, my God. What did I say? What did I say? There's going to be something that mash up Billy Joe Saunders. There's going to be something. I'm praying that this fight happens.
It will happen. It will happen. You got to remember, Canelo fights in America, he changes economies, right? He changes economies. He fights Billy Joe Saunders as well. Will bring a lot of people from the UK out.
Yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the fact if Billy can keep out of trouble to get to America.
I know, but I believe that he can keep out of trouble. I
hope so. Because I am giving Billy a chance. It's a slim one, but I'm giving him a very good chance. Just based on his footwork. But Canelo, listen, he's seen it all. He's obviously, it's like when people were, you know, around Floyd's camp were really frightened of him fighting a southpaw, but he worked on it, and some of his best performances was against southpaws. You know, after the first one that gave him trouble, I think in his second fight, and his dad phoned from prison and say, "Never put my son in with a southpaw again."
Yeah, watch the entrance now. We've got guys with some smoke burning out.
What rapper is this? Some Mexican rapper or something?
Yeah.
He's blinged off.
He's proper blinged off. That rapper want to come South London to pay off my mortgage.
We'll jack him up.
Nah, this show's big.
Yeah, Eddie ain't playing no games.
Yeah. This is big. But remember, Canelo's part promoter for this as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is big. And you got Props Matchroom and Canelo. But it's also in part of the show was in conjunction with Golden Boy.
Yes.
Even though Canelo has left Golden Boy.
But who's Yildirim's promoter? Is it Golden Boy?
I haven't got a clue to. It's really sad, yeah?
Apparently...
Whereas, like, we have so disregarded Yildirim, because we just think Canelo's going to bash him up. And all I hope is that it's not farcical. You know what I mean? That he comes and he gives it a go. That's all I
Oh,
hope.
from I mean, I'm just being real. From what I saw today, studying his fights, he really does put it all on the line, always. So it just be to, I mean, as I say, he's so open for the right uppercut or the left uppercut. And
And it's not only that, but he has no sharpness in head movement.
yeah, no
And,
head movement.
and that's a
And he
kick
tried
from Canelo. And he
no
doesn't
head
have his
movement.
hands up high.
Yeah. And he tries to throw the stick to the body. He tries to throw the stick to the body, but that ain't gonna work with Canelo.
He throws the body with Canelo. He's getting overhand right.
Yeah, or a left hook straight in his head.
Yeah. And it will be the left hook because Canelo likes to do that hook and spin off.
Yes. So, Canelo won't really move if he goes down to the body. It'll just come with a straight left hook. Bruce Kai says, why is it that you think some fighters can be called great but never fought anyone of note in their career? BJ, Saunders, Brook. Yeah, I never called him great.
Thank you very much. Those guys aren't great.
I never called him great.
Those guys ain't great. You know what I mean?
I'm a person, I've always said, we are quick to call people great without them really having a career. You have to have at least 30 fights, 40 fights before you can be called a great, in my opinion.
You know what I mean? That's not, them guys ain't great.
I'm telling you, this pre-show is lasting longer than the fight.
Of course it is. This rapper man here, he's been on for about 3 minutes already.
One round already.
That's one round gone already. The national anthems, that's another 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's 3 rounds already. The Turkey one, the Mexican one, and the rapper.
Yeah. Look, this is the real show.
And you know what? As DJN said, Yildirim is in the ring watching the concert.
But the thing about it is this, that zap your energy as well.
But yeah, they're smart. They're smart.
Nah, this is a big boy show.
Yeah, Canelo's coming out.
Listen,
Canelo's moving.
Vibes, bare vibes.
Canelo's moving like Michael Jackson. He's coming out with bro. He's moving like the Black American fighters.
Yeah, no. Tunde, Black American fighters ain't come out like this. I'm being
real. No. We've been doing that for a long time. Bro, Adrian Broner, them man, they're Floyd. They've been coming out with rappers from time.
This entrance is better than any of Adrian Broner's entrances.
I don't know about that, Spence.
This entrance is big.
I don't know about that, Spence.
All right.
Broner comes out with some serious rappers, and Floyd's coming out with Little Wayne and them man there.
Floyd, when he came out to fight, who was it? What fight was that? When Floyd?
But Floyd come out with Little Wayne. It's done.
Yeah, I was at that fight. That was big.
Yeah, but considering all the restrictions that are going on, this is a serious ring entrance. And look at that. Canelo, well, listen, he's not someone that appears that.
Wait, have you ever seen any fighter come out with fireworks busting in the air?
AJ's the closest I've seen to this.
All right. I'm telling you, this is vibes, son. I'm telling you.
And this is what I'm trying to say. For someone like Yildirim, who's never been on this level,
he's overruled, bro.
He's already tired. He's already tired.
He's panicking.
His energy is zapped out already. You got man like Mauricio Suleiman in there. Man don't want to give Dylan White his shot, but it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Dylan's gonna get his thing. Yeah,
Aaron Savage, big up.
And as you said,
it just came off, so sorry.
Canelo has got the ability to switch on immediately. And I don't really like the way the corner was talking yesterday as well, Joe Diaz, in the pre-fight press conference, talking about, yeah, it's an honor to go up against Eddie Reneso and Canelo. Hold on, bruv, it's your man going in there. You're not supposed to be bigging him up.
Last week.
Exactly. But Joe Diaz, for me, has been on the top level before Eddie Reneso.
This is what I'm trying to say to you, because he's believing the gas.
Yes.
No disrespect, Eddie Reneso was a great trainer, but he's believing the gas. So Diaz shouldn't even be in the corner.
Trust me.
Yep. Yeah, I mean.
And this corner is totally different from the corner.
Yeah.
What I saw
has just said this is gonna be James Kirtland, another James Kirtland.
No, it's gonna be but listen, but as I said, I can envisage a body shot because he looks weak on both sides of his body, and where his hands are, he's open for the up. Are you watching it, Spence? Look.
Yeah, but you know what,
he's open for that.
I can see a big left foot that's wobbling him up, and he's gonna do some madness. What? You know, Killer likes to tee up the left hook. He likes to tee up the left hook. I can see a big left foot that's wobbling him up.
I mean, there's so many shots, but as I said, it's the right uppercut.
In the ring looking like Paddington Bear.
Yeah, Michael Buffer starting to look old,
bro.
Michael Buffer is starting to look old.
Yeah, of course. Tunde, he's been doing this for long, you know.
For a long time.
Been doing this for long.
But he's still a legend, man. He's a legend.
He's a legend. You know, the first time I ever heard Michael Buffer saying, "Let's get ready to rumble," was Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes. What was that? January of '88.
The knowledge.
That's the first time I ever heard him say it. And they introduced Ali in the ring as well, and Donald Trump, when Donald Trump was cool. So yeah. Yeah.
Who's this young boy? Who's this young boy he's got in the corner? The boy look like he should be at school. The boy look like he should be at school.
Turn, it's past the youth's bedtime, man.
Yep. Everyone in the building, please smash the like button. We got 89 people in here, please. 90 people in here. Let's smash the like button. Fam, the corner man's got his towel. He's got his robe in his hand, ready to fling it in the ring. Bro, any nonsense, you're gonna dash that towel in the ring. Eddie Hearn is getting sponsored by Dolce & Gabbana. I'm telling you, he's flossing bare D&G. Yeah, Canelo's in shape.
Yeah, proper cut.
He don't look as in shape like the last time though, the Callum Smith fight. But he's still in shape regardless.
You know, he looked bigger in the Callum Smith fight.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he looked bigger. Maybe he's cut the weight because he's going to try and work on speed more.
Yes.
I think with the Callum Smith fight, he knew that he had to come in that beefy way to hurt and wear down the bigger man to him.
Absolutely. Terence Crawford in the building. And don't be surprised if one day you see Terence Crawford up there fighting Canelo. I'm telling you. Right, here we go. Both fighters at the center of the ring. Yildirim looking down, banging his head, praying to Allah. But fam, the Mexican man, they got their different gods as well. So this is a spiritual rockers going on right now.
What's Canelo got some more tattoos on himself as well?
Yeah.
Even the back.
I don't really notice the one on the back of his neck.
Big up, Ron Hussein. Peace and love to you as well, my brother. Thanks for jumping up.
Here we go, round one.
Here we go, round one. We're going to break it down now. Canelo does his archetypal the cross as he comes out.
Yildirim throws the first jab. Expect to see the jab to the body from Yildirim. Left hook to the head by Canelo, straight.
No, he starts straight away with that left hook. And I told you, Tunde, you know, like it's a power up with that.
There you go. The left uppercut, Spence.
Yeah.
Uppercuts and body shots are coming.
Yeah, you can see the body shots because already, Tunde, there's so much body exposed by Yildirim, how he holds his hands. He holds his hands, exposes his body.
And there you go. What did I say? Yildirim's going to throw the jab to the body. That is going to be his main shot, followed by a right hand over the top. But he might not even throw the right hand over the top. But that's his shot. Canelo gave him a right hook to the arm. Jab to the head. Inside. You see how he's open for that. There you go, Spence. What did I tell you? The uppercut followed by the left hook to the body. And that's he's going to be eating them all day long, or the straight right hand. There you go. Double jab by Canelo.
But you know what? Yildirim should be jabbing right now.
Yep, this is what I'm trying to say. When fighters get in there with there you go. The right side of Yildirim's body is exposed. But the uppercut followed by the left hook to the body is
good
the
left hook downstairs and right there. And that hurt
there you go. There you go.
That hurt him.
Jab by Canelo. And you see what he's going to do. He's going to do that move where he throw the uppercut and turn it into a left hook as well. That's lovely defensive move there by Canelo. Stepped out.
Very good.
Left hook to the body. Jab.
That was kind of like a Joe Walcott move there.
Yeah. Right hook to the body by Canelo. Left hook. Jab. Left hook to the head. Yeah. A lot of feints.
You know what? Canelo's taking is like a glorified sparring session. You know that?
I'm telling you.
This is how this fight is. Beautiful head movement by Canelo.
Jab. Jab to the body by Yildirim. As I said, that's his shots. Jab to the body and straight right hands. He doesn't really come through with the left hook that often, but most of his jabs are always centered to the pit of the stomach. There you go. But Canelo's just stepping out. His timing is brilliant. There you go. Left uppercut, left hook to the body, Spence. I told you about this thing here. Jab.
That's
jab to the body by Yildirim.
But like I said, it's like good right hand to the body from Canelo. At this time here, Yildirim should be just throwing jabs. He's fighting Canelo at his game, where he just should be throwing out the jab.
Tentative first round by both fighters. I think it's a really feel-out round, but that's not really Yildirim's style, because usually Yildirim would be active, but he's changed his game plan.
He's changed his game plan because he's pranged Tunde.
Yeah. The energy. Energy.
And he's thinking if he throws a shot, he's going to leave it open and get caught with a counter. That's what he's thinking. And so Canelo and the crowd and the build-up and the occasion have done a sight job on Yildirim. Like Yildirim's fighting like a man just happy to be there.
Canelo, he's got his arms spread, which is kind of strange for me to see that. Kind of his arms are spread out wide in the on the ropes. Not too sure what to make of that, but there's the shot. Left uppercut, left foot to the body. And I told you about this, Spence. And he's going to be eating them all night long. He's going to be eating them all night long. I'm looking for more activity from Yildirim in this round, though. I'm not going to lie. Because he's usually more busy than that. But he knows he can't.
He's going to have to do something.
He can't be reckless. Jab. Good slip by Yildirim.
Yeah. But you see, he slipped the shot. He should have thrown back a shot.
Yeah. There you go. Right uppercut in your head.
Oh,
overhand right. Left hook to the head. Jab.
And another. It's now starting.
Uppercut, Spencer.
Oh, beautiful.
I told you about the uppercut from before the show start. Uppercut, body. There you go. Jab to the body by Yildirim. There you go. Hold that left hook to the body. Hold that left hook to the head. Right hook.
You know, that
left uppercut. I told you, Spence.
That left hook.
He is so open for the uppercut again, Spence.
Oh, right uppercut.
It's gonna be an uppercut followed by a body. I know what's going. There you go. Left hook to the head.
You know
left
what?
uppercut. Left hook. Right hand. Right hook.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful
boxing.
Canelo's looking for a picture perfect
uppercut, Spencer. Did you see that?
Horrible shot.
Did you see that uppercut? Look at that. Your timing's off, Bridget. Sorry about that. Sorry for the language, people.
You know what, Tun? Also, of the fact of this year, like
there you go. Hold that left hook to the body.
Oh,
that hurt him. The right uppercut, overhand right.
He's dizzy, Tun. He's dizzy.
Uppercut, left hook to the body, Spence. Don't say I never told you from before the fight started.
Wicked uppercut.
Right hook to the body.
And again downstairs.
Left uppercut, left hook to the body. Jab. Step to the side. Yildirim ain't throwing nothing. All right. First right hand to the body by Yildirim.
He's in pain right now, you know. I'll tell you this now for nothing. I'll tell you this for free. He's in pain. Because you can hear the
right hook to the body. Left uppercut, left hook to the body. Left hook to the head. Straight right hand. Come on. I know this thing, Spence. Beautiful boxing.
This is not nice. This is not nice at all.
I told you. This is going 3 or 5. All right. Yildirim comes with a right hook to the body, left hook to the head.
Fair play, Yildirim. I just want Yildirim to give it a go. That's all I want. Yeah, mate. I just wanted to give it a go.
Round 3. Hammer Dread said, black people always told you something they never told you.
Exactly.
I like that. That's actually funny.
Hammer Dread is like, Tunde just wants to take credit for everything. It's going to be the uppercut, then it's going to be the left hook, then it's going to be the right hand.
No, I always, you must admit, Spence, I always do tell you before the fight starts.
No, but wait, Tun. You're right. Look at his man's mash up. Look at him.
I told you this, and I did say.
You know who Yildirim looks like now? Because his face, his cheekbones are swollen.
I did tell you.
Look at him. Look at his face.
There you go. The right uppercut. I told you about the right uppercut, and I told you about the left uppercut, and I told you about the left foot to the body.
Tunde, how many punches can you throw in boxing?
Yeah, 6 punches.
All right, then I rest my case. All right, you've covered 4 of them.
Yeah, no, I told you the right uppercut, the left hook to the body, and the straight right hand. Those were the 3 key punches after my studious.
If you were Yildirim, Tunde, what would you try to be doing right now? Because we know what
right now. I'll be honest with you. This is what I tried to say.
No, I want you
he can't match Canelo in any department, Spence.
Oh, yeah, but what were you trying to do? Regardless that you can't match him, what would you try?
I would just, you know what I would do? I would actually just try to just keep it inside and work toe to toe with him. Because you can't there you go. Right uppercut, left hook to the body.
Beautiful.
Overhand right. Left hook, right hand. Because Canelo's timing, even when in defense, see see how he's fighting there, Spence. That's how he's got to fight him. He's trying. That's what I told you. He's got to stay close.
And this is what I was saying to you. I just wanted to see him try.
Hey, what did I say, Spencer? Straight right hand. Oh. I told you, straight right hand, right uppercut, or left hook to the body. I told you, Spencer, from the beginning. Spence, I told you. What did I tell you? I know this thing. Straight right hand, right uppercut, left hook to the body. And there you go again. Left hook. All right, let me break it down now. Left uppercut, right hand, 1, 2. Right hand, left, right uppercut, right uppercut, right hook to the head, right uppercut, left hook to the body.
These uppercuts are superb.
I'm breaking down this thing out. Right uppercut, left hook to the body, right hook, double right hook. Come on.
Oh.
1, 2. There you go, straight down the pipe. And we could be looking at a straight right hand or the left hook to the body. He could have. The next shot is a right hand by Canelo.
That really hurt him, the left hook to the body, you know.
I told you about 3 or 5. I said 3 or 5, Spence. I told you I said 5, but some keep on telling me 3. So he might get through this round. Jab.
I don't think he is, you know.
Right uppercut. Left hook to the head by Canelo. Right hook. Pull back. Jab.
Nah, that was that. I didn't like
Left
that.
uppercut again. The uppercuts are murdering.
Horrible uppercut by Canelo.
Jab. Good jab. Good jab by Canelo. Right uppercut. Right uppercut. Left foot. Jab. Hold jab. Left foot, right hand. Oh, what defensive. Oh, brilliant by Canelo.
Good left hook downstairs and right hand downstairs.
Overhand right. But it's the straight right that will get him, not the overhand. Left uppercut. Left foot, right hand. There you go. They've obviously seen that. The straight right hand and the right uppercuts will deal with him.
You know what? We gotta give Yildirim credit, you know.
Yes, and we did say he's a tough guy.
He's a tough guy. But you got to give him credit, because a lot of guys would have been in there and looked to swallow it. He's a very, very brave human being.
I want him to come with my prediction. I don't want it to be round 4. I want it to be round 5 and done.
But you were saying from the beginning, like, the uppercuts were key.
The key for the fight.
Yeah, and the way he throws his shot so effortlessly.
Yeah, and it's not even what I've noticed. I'll be honest with you. It's the defense after the punches.
Yeah.
Because Yildirim is trying to throw his own uppercut body, but Canelo's just stepping out. A simple step back.
Yeah.
That's the shot I saw today, the straight right hand. I see it. As I said it, Spence, from the beginning of the fight. Bam. 1, 2. There you go. Round 3. Fight done. Round 3. Fight done.
You know
Easy
what?
Work.
I had a feeling that his corner was going to pull him out, you know.
Round 3. Fight done. The punches I said came true. They came to life. But fair play to him. It's obvious he wasn't going to... It wasn't going to go much further than that. It was literally a sparring contest.
It was a glorified sparring match. But I would say it was a glorified sparring match. Right. Canelo didn't change gear. Did what he had to do. And you know what? I'm also happy that Yildirim never got seriously damaged. You know what I mean? And now I guarantee you we're going to see Eubank Jr. say something about this performance, because he was already saying like, "Oh, I did him in 3 rounds and blah blah."
Well,
blah.
let me just hold you. Old Tight Late Show 42. You know what? You know I'm the prediction man. We got the knowledge man and the prediction man. I call these facts. Just a brief study on Yildirim this afternoon or this morning. I said I knew what shots he was getting licked down with. But the thing is that, as you say, Chris Eubanks can say what he wants. Callum Smith knocked out Rocky Foden in 1 round.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because that's exactly what I was going to say.
And Canelo beat Foden in 3 rounds. But we all know what happened with Callum and Canelo. So all that trying to match up fights and all that don't work in boxing, top class boxing, because a man might just break down a man differently.
Yeah. But it wasn't that. There was no prior urgency in Canelo's work. Canelo wasn't going out to try and say, look, I'm looking to knock out this guy quicker than what Eubank did.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a consummate professional, right?
Exactly.
And what did he pick up for this fight? 30 mil, allegedly?
Wow. Amazing.
Right? It ain't no joke. You know what I mean? This guy's real.
Raymond Fisher says Billy Joe Saunders does not beat Canelo. I'm sorry. I respect BJS, but this kid is special. I called round 3. Tunde Spence, I'm gone. Thanks again. Bless up.
Big up. Thanks for coming on the live. Yeah.
Yeah. Respect. I called round 3 as well, Raymond. So old time.
No, you called round 3 and round 5.
No.
I don't want to talk out your mouth. Yeah.
Listen. Rewind the tape. I said round. Listen. This is my exact words.
In African. Look, you said round.
This is my exact words. I'm saying round 5, but something is telling me round 3.
Go watch it. I'm glad.
This is my exact words.
I've noticed.
I'm saying round 5. But something is telling me
his mouth start run off a bit too much these days.
Because I'm getting it right. You got to give a man credit where credit is due.
Listen, that was no disrespect. That was a hard prediction.
Nah, it wasn't. I told you that fight can't go past 5 rounds.
What I was impressed with is the fact that you were calling the shots that were going to cause the damage.
Yes.
And you called the shots that were going to cause the damage.
Yeah. You know, he was just happy to be there, get his paycheck. The fans, you know, listen, it was a momentous occasion for him, one that he'll never forget in his life. Because that's what it is when you fight Canelo, it's an event. And it's something that nobody can take away from you.
Yeah, but I'm hearing that. But I want to know if like these guys generally were going in there to win, because I didn't see him do anything. He was overruled. Like,
well, remember I told you about this, Spence. I told you it's the energy. It's the energy, and the energy's real. And when you're coming up against a force field, oh, my battery's low. When you're coming up against a force field, you can't throw what you normally throw in fights.
No, you can't.
You can't. It's a force field. It's energy. And this guy has downloaded so much information in these 55 wins now, 1 defeat and 2 draws with 37 KOs.
Yeah, I mean, that is absolutely crazy that a youth has got 55 wins in his career. 55 wins, you know?
Amazing.
It's amazing.
And he's only 30 years old.
Right. So, realistically, you know what I mean? Say Canelo's got another 5 years doing this to guys.
Yeah. You're talking 60, 70 fights.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Darren Woodall, right? What are you saying, Darren? How you doing? Yeah, it's an incredible, it's a great record he's got. No, Tunde's gonna get it. The neighbors are complaining already.
Trust me. The rapper's holding up the belt like he just won it.
The gas, he must be a big rapper still, but I don't know who he is. I don't know about
Yeah. The manager asked Yildirim, do you want to continue? And Yildirim said no.
You see?
We need Billy Joe Saunders on some live transmission or something.
But unfortunately, we're not going to get it, as Raz banned from IFL just informed us that Billy Joe didn't get clearance to fly.
Yeah, but maybe you was watching the fight and they can talk to him.
Yeah, hopefully, but I doubt it.
Tell me something, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Yildirim, as I said, his last 2 fights was against Lelenga Mock, 42 wins, 14 losses, 1 draw, and Jose Antonio Rodriguez Slavencic, 3 wins, 31 losses, and 3 draws.
Right. How did that qualify you to go and fight Canelo?
How did he become the mandatory to fight Canelo?
Buy out the ratings, Tunde. And Tunde will now explain to you what I just said.
Hector Rivas says Canelo needs higher competition. That was a waste of time. No, but you know what it was? I can understand what you're saying. But to be honest with you, this is what we want. We want to see the champions being active. If you go and look at Chavez, he used to fight bare bumps in between the big fights.
Yep.
And that's what made him such a great fighter. So these are fights where fighters are, good fighters want to be active. And not every fight can be a major big fight. So I think Canelo's really bringing it back to old school, and he's doing the job. Obviously, when you're the best, you're the best. When you're Michael Jordan, you're Michael Jordan. So there are only going to be a few people on any given day that can test you. And we're seeing this now with Canelo. But we see what Billy Joe does. Let's see. Let's hear what Eddie is saying.
Do you feel, Canelo, like you're peaking as a fighter? Or do you feel like you're peaking as a fighter? Acabo de pelear en diciembre con el de 8 libras. Aquí estoy haciendo historia. Tenía que pelear con Yildirim, para serles sincero, si no quisiera hacer unificar en las 168 libras, no lo hubiera hecho, ¿no? Tengo que hacerlo para poder.
I fight anyone. No, I fight the best. I always fight the best. Okay? Doesn't matter. And here I am. I have to fight against me. I have the opportunity to fight the one. Okay? So I'm going to have another.
So the goal is to unify the 168 division.
Saying you'll fight the best. This is where I usually ask what's next, but I'll let the man standing next to you.
Well, let's see what Eddie says. What's next? All right. Let's. What's next?
First, I just want to thank Miami for coming out tonight. It's incredible at a time like this to create an atmosphere like this. And last year, unfortunately, we got to miss out on big weekend, Canelo Alvarez, Cinco de Mayo. This year, it's going to be very special. May the 8th, Canelo Alvarez will continue to make history trying to unify the division again.
May the 8th.
Billy Joe Saunders, WBO World Champion.
May the 8th. Billy Joe Saunders.
Yep.
Versus Canelo Alvarez. For the undisputed championship at 168, Billy Joe, despite all his stubbornness, finally gets his date. Oh, okay. Billy Joe is getting his time in the sun. Spence, have you got the TV on? Because I can hear feedback.
Nah, I've turned down my TV. Cause my phone was close to the computer, that's why. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's on now.
Why is Billy Joe Saunders right for you right now? De la WBC, queremos felicitar y él es el campeón y vamos a...
Spence, how can Billy Joe beat this guy? In your opinion?
Constant movement. I think Billy Joe should watch. Remember, Canelo doesn't have it easy with southpaws, you know?
And his feet are not that fast, to be honest with you, but he knows how to cut off the ring.
You know what? Predominantly, historically speaking, Mexicans don't really handle speed that well.
That's
and
correct.
If you look at Canelo, he hasn't got the fastest feet.
That's what I was saying. That's my point.
He sets himself well, and he's got great timing. So he has got incredible timing, and it would be.
I personally don't think the thing about Billy. What I'm saying now, looking at this fight, you know, stylistically, Billy's used to letting off fast combinations and getting out there. He can't he can't land 4 or 5 punches on Canelo without Canelo clapping him.
Canelo will counter you with 2 shots, not 1.
That ain't gonna work.
But I do recall, and even though it's nearly 10 years ago now, it's nearly 10 years ago, his fight against Lara. In my mind, I thought Lara won that fight.
No way, sir.
In my mind, I thought Lara won that.
Well, your mind needs a bit of tune-up because he never won
nothing. I thought Lara won the fight. I'm just being
honest. No, sir. He was running like a thief all day long. He didn't engage in the fight. He tried to nick the fight, and you can't do that. You can't do that against.
I thought he did enough to nick the fight.
No, sir.
You know what I mean? I thought Austrian Shark gave him a very good run.
No, sir. Austrian Shark got clapped down, and his legs
he did clap down, but he still gave Canelo a run.
You know something though, Billy Joe. It's hard to me to imagine Billy Joe getting clapped out. It's hard, but if anyone can do it, it's gonna be Canelo. I'm telling you that for free.
But I'm also saying that Canelo, Billy Joe has a fantastic chance in this fight against Canelo, just for the fact of his movement.
Yeah.
And also, he's a traveler. Their mindset is different. They have been bred in confidence from they were in their mother's womb. Do not underestimate Billy Joe in this fight.
Well, this fight has definitely been announced. I need to go and watch Billy Joe's last 2 performances, especially the one against Martin Murray, because I wasn't looking too sharp in that fight there. But I'm gonna make the assessment for myself.
I know, but I'm also going by the analogy that the better fighter that Billy Joe has in front of him is the better Billy Joe that we will see.
Is that? I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
I'm telling you.
I don't necessarily know if I agree with that.
Well, because you don't have to agree with it. That's why you got your own mind. But yeah, I'm telling you now that the better guy in front of Billy Joe is the better that we're going to see him, because I think he's going to be on point. He's going to be on point. But it is a momentous arc because this guy is pound for pound #1 fighter in the world.
If anyone can do it, Billy Joe can do it.
Yeah,
just like
I'm saying to people, don't be, because Billy Joe ain't no Yulgin. I'll tell you that now.
100%. He ain't no Billy Joe would have broke out that brother same way.
Exactly.
It's the power thing. Billy's gonna have to be on his toes for that fight. He literally cannot stand there and mix it with Canelo, because I think, Callum Smith said it. He said when he got licked the first time by Canelo, he said, fuck. He's like, fuck it, I'm not taking no more of them. Bro, the guy punched heavy. So, but Billy, I'm telling you, Billy's one of them, man, and Billy's always said it. If I can't beat him, I'll quit from boxing. And I love that confidence from Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
And he's always had it. And listen, don't underestimate Billy Joe Saunders, because he is a special kid as well. And let's not forget that. He is a special kid.
I saw him spar with James ago, yeah?
Yes.
And
I heard that was a good spar.
Bruv, it was a wicked spar at the TKO gym, right? Yeah. And going there, knowing that this was going to spar, I thought like James ago was just going to bruck him up.
Yeah.
No, sir. And then from then I knew Billy Joe's real,
Okay, so it was a good spar, yeah. I heard about that spar still.
Yeah. And also the nice thing about Billy Joe, what I like about him is that he always finds a way. No matter what, he'll find a way.
But would James DeGill do well against Canelo?
like I'm saying, styles make fights. There are a lot of intangibles that are in the favor of Billy Joe. The fact that Canelo...
Listen, I would agree with that. But styles make fights depending on who the fighter is. Styles don't make fights with Floyd Mayweather. If you come forward, you get outboxed. If you try box, front foot boxing. There's certain fighters...
Canelo's not Floyd Mayweather.
There's certain fighters, no, but what I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to say he is Floyd Mayweather, but the defensive movements I'm seeing from Canelo in these past 3 to 5 fights, they're special, because he ain't moving nowhere. He's just 1 or 2 steps out of the way.
Yeah, and you know why he's 1 or 2 steps to get out of the way? Because he can't go that 3 step to pull out, because his legs ain't there no more too.
Yeah,
we saw it Julio Chavez Sr., the legend.
The legend.
I remember the first fight that I ever saw of him on British TV was a non-title fight, I think it was. Yeah, it was a non-title fight in 1987. Julio Cesar Chavez versus the Cruz, who was a Brazilian guy. That was the first time I ever see Chavez fight.
It's funny.
This guy's real. Go on.
I remember when we was in Dallas, Texas, when we fought on the bill on the Canelo undercard, Liam Smith. I remember at the weigh-in, it's the first time I see Julio Cesar Chavez in real time, in life. And he walked past me and went to the top of a building, right where the weigh-in was. Fam, all the Mexicans was shouting his name. The guy's a god.
Of course he is.
The guy is a god in Mexico. Legend. And that's the first time I see him, and it was surreal, These are the legends of boxing, man, and I'm happy that I've seen these guys with my own eyes, not just on TV.
He's a don.
Canelo's going down as a great. He already is a great, in my opinion.
100%. Anyone
they're
who
always-
says not great, you're hating.
And they're always gonna say, the Floyd Mayweather, if they were to fight Floyd, well, they ain't gonna fight Floyd Mayweather again. Floyd Mayweather's done. You understand? But you couldn't beat Floyd, and Floyd ain't letting you. Floyd ain't spoiling up his legacy and coming back so you can beat him with his old legs.
Never. Forget that one.
Muhammad Ahmed said, would Floyd beat Tommy Hearns? Spenny?
Now you can answer that one, Tim. And then I'll interject.
You know what? Tommy is a big guy, Tommy's a massive guy. But I think you need more than a right hand to beat Floyd Mayweather.
But he didn't just have a right hand.
Yeah, he had a right uppercut and he had a serious left hook, bro. Tommy Hearns was a dangerous fighter, and he could fight as well. But to me, he was never strong to the body. And Floyd could just. Listen, it's a mythical matchup, a great fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be something more of conjecture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what year was it? 84. The Tommy Hearns, the light middleweight Tommy Hearns that knocked out Roberto Duran.
Oh,
I don't see Floyd beating that guy. I'm just being real. I don't see Floyd Mayweather beating that guy at all.
Yeah, you know what? I was just trying to be nice. Tommy Hearns is a different animal.
Right. I'm just keeping this thing 100%. I could not see that guy.
I personally think Tommy would have been a bit too big for Floyd.
You know what I mean?
I think a bit too big for him.
I know this fight. What was it? Cause I was watching this fight. I was watching that fight. Was it June? It was June 15th. Because the story to it is like Roberto Duran was in a nightclub dancing up, and Bob Arum sent one of his guys out to go meet Duran in Panama. So he goes out to Panama to see Duran. He goes to Duran, listen. And Duran's actually told me this story as well. You know, I've got a Duran video where I interview. We might have to bust that for the fight is right. Because it was never used. So I've still got it on my phone. I'm going to send it to you. Right. Thank you very much. What's that? Dirty Jerky for the £2
donation. Thank you very much, sir.
Right. I'm saying, anyway, so Roberto Duran was in a club. The guy comes to Roberto Duran and says, we've got a fight for you against Tommy Hearns. Roberto Duran was like, Tommy Hearns, he ain't got no heart. He got stopped by Sugar Ray Leonard. He was a scaredy cat, no problem. You know what I mean? He goes to him, if you can come here with $100,000, I'll sign a contract. The guy went away. Bob Arum must have wired him the money. He come back. He gives Roberto Duran $100,000. He said, could you imagine me? You know what I mean? I'm a poor Indian. Can you imagine me? I just got nuts. You know what I mean? It's party, drink champagne, party. The thing with Roberto Duran is a very, very generous man.
Yes.
Like, he had, everybody had. So Roberto Duran, he didn't really train for that fight against Tommy Hearns. But regardless, because if you watch the fight, like Tommy Hearns knocks him out in 2 rounds, right? The slipping that Roberto Duran demonstrated in that fight, even before he got knocked out. Roberto Duran's a gun, He's a G. I don't business.
Yeah. Big up Off the Canvas Boxing. Thank you, sir, for the £5 donation. Big up you guys. I've been saying this from time. Billy Joe can cause an upset. Large up stamina for sale crew all day, every day. Come on. Yeah. Karen Spence.
Yeah, so Roberto Duran goes in there. Big up Off the Canvas. Thank you very much for your donation, yeah? So when he goes and takes the fight, Emmanuel Stewart's game plan, not only that, Emmanuel Stewart is one of the G's of boxing. Emmanuel Stewart is a fantastic trainer. And Emmanuel Stewart openly, if you watch a lot of Floyd's fights, when Emmanuel Stewart used to call the fights on HBO, and Floyd never had nothing to say to Emmanuel Stewart, never had to say, no, you don't know what you're talking about. When he'd always say, like, guys like Sugar Ray Leonard and guys like and guys like Tommy Hearns were physically bigger men to Floyd Mayweather. And I think that would have been the telling factor, especially against the Tommy Hearns, who was like 6'2", them long, elongated arms. And Tommy was sharp, especially if Tommy fancied it with you. Tommy was very, very sharp. But in saying that as well, I've seen Tommy Hearns being in some lackluster performances as well. He fights a guy in 1984, Mark Madell. That was a kind of lackluster performance to me. So, but the Tommy Hearns, there we go. The Tommy Hearns that knocked out Roberto Duran, I find it, or especially the Tommy Hearns that knocked out James Schuler in one round, bruv, that guy was a beast.
Old type dirty jerky again. No donation is small. So thank you again for the £1 donation.
Yeah,
dirty jerky. Dirty jerky at your food shop. You trying to big up your food shop?
On the picture. So if it is, send me so I can just send a Uber Eats to send round to go give me my breakfast in the morning.
Come on. I saw some good questions here. Old tight Central Scott, Lions in the camp all day. I saw something about the opponent.
It's a good question, eh? Steve Bailey, a Pete Roy Jones versus Canelo, who wins? Roy Jones, in my mind.
Nobody, bro. Someone was saying this yesterday. I said, no one is beating Roy Jones when he was juiced up. Roy Jones is a different kettle of fish. Roy Jones, just unbelievable. He beat Hopkins. He beat James T. You can't take that away from him.
Right, you can't.
You can't take that away from him. He was so dazzling to those guys when he fought them. Just unbelievable. Even though he rubbed up his...
Yeah, for real, I couldn't listen. I can't see nobody. There's a good question there by H Money Boxing. Aaron Pryor versus Pernell Whitaker.
I'm going with Aaron.
I've got Whitaker, mate.
Yeah, I'm going with Aaron because Aaron has some different kind of water in that bottle.
Bro. The one I mixed earlier.
Yeah.
Lamar Lewis, man. That man, little murderer. Yeah. Nah, I'm going for Pernell Whitaker. And the simple thing is this. When Eddie Futch is turning and saying, I see Pernell Whitaker do things that 50s fighters do, that makes me want to even... Don't get twisted. Aaron Pryor had a ridiculous engine on him and was a relentless human being. But like I said, the night Pernell Whitaker beats Jose Luis Ramirez, I think that was August of '89. That Pernell Whitaker, I don't business what Aaron Pryor was bringing to the table. I would have gone for Whitaker to beat him. Whitaker to me was, but Aaron Pryor was a G. Don't get twisted.
Listen, Spence, I don't care what you say.
I've said it.
Aaron Pryor knocked out the great Alexis Arguello twice.
Wait a minute. For me, was that Alexis Arguello's weight? Do you know what?
I don't business. For me, that's done the dance. It's done the dance. It's done the dance. Who on Whitaker's career is greater than Alexis Arguello?
Who is greater than Alexis Arguello?
On Whitaker's career.
On Whitaker's career. Julio Cesar Chavez that he beat?
No, sir. What?
Julio Cesar Chavez?
What, did he beat him?
He beat him, but they gave it a draw. But he beat Chavez.
That don't say on the record. Don't say W.
No. The record. Julio Cesar Chavez is great. You just try. Listen, I don't know why Tunde's trying to come in. You fall into the trap. Never dream of trying to talk history to me. You just need to feel in
I'm not talking history. I'm just telling you that. KO'd Pryor. Aaron Pryor KO'd Alexis Arguello twice.
You said who is greater than Alexis Arguello on Pernell Whitaker's career, right? What he beat him twice. What does that mean? That don't mean nothing. Because Alexis, you know what Alexis Guerrero started off as a fighter?
But he won, Spence. He won. He won, fam.
I'm telling you, Pernell Whitaker would have schooled, dodged him up with a little herky-jerky drugs in the bottle thing. Remember, and Pernell Whitaker is not drugs as well. You know? Pernell Whitaker smoked the most crack. I'm telling you. You heard what Mark Breland said on the show, that no one could fight Pernell. This is Mark Breland, you know.
Mark Breland said he could beat AJ.
You know what he meant by that.
He said he could knock out AJ.
You know what he meant by that. Oh yeah, Lady Shan's got his son on her show tomorrow.
Okay, big up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tune into that.
I'm gonna tune into that. You know what I mean? Because any disrespect towards the fight is right, bro.
Any disrespect, I'm gonna come on there and hot him up. Coach G boxing, old type brother. Chavez 100. I see you, Coach G. Come on. I saw some good questions, fam. We got more people on the after fight than we did on the fight.
It's okay. I don't miss this. That's even better.
Central Scott says Whitaker was good inside and out. I liked him against Azuma Nelson in 1990. Made a great like Nelson look ordinary. In his best moving performance, he kept it long all night.
And let's remember, Azuma Nelson, regardless of that, but Azuma Nelson actually super featherweight, moved up in weight. At the time, Azuma Nelson's wife was dying of AIDS. So these are the kind of things that, you know what I mean? I like when you touch on history, I could just make you lot remember. It was still a fantastic performance by Pernell Whitaker. But in saying that, I'm also taking into consideration that Azuma was it would have made no difference. I don't care what, because he's not a lightweight. I mean, Azuma Nelson was a fantastic featherweight and a super featherweight world champion. But I remember when Azuma Nelson came to the UK and knocked out Pat Cardell in one of those shots that kind of left.
He was eating bare kenke for that fight.
Bare.
And Chuffy. And bare Chuffy.
I mean, BG London, Marvin Hagler versus Floyd Mayweather. Not fair. It's not fair because Floyd, Hagler would be too big for him. Not fair. I'm just gonna keep that 100.
Tommy Hearns versus Mike McCallum. No, sir. We already know that Mike McCallum used to broke up Tommy Hearns.
Dealt with Tommy Hearns. I just want man to realize that.
Yeah.
Good fight would be Sugar Ray Leonard versus Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor sparred with Sugar Ray Leonard and beat up Leonard in sparring.
Yep.
I want you to know that now. And it wasn't no little beat up. He beat him up.
Yeah, and he said that.
Yeah, this is why I respect Sugar Ray Leonard as well, though, because before God rest Aaron Pryor's Soul in Paradise, he got a really good autobiography. You should go get it. You know what I mean? I think it's The Rise of the Hawk or something. I got it somewhere in my house. But when he fell on hard times, it was bad because he became a bad crackhead. So he'd do anything to get his fix. And I mean anything. He did, right? And Leonard gave him, I think it was $60,000 to try to sort his life out. And he said, I couldn't take money from Leonard and not try and sort my life out. And then he got married, became a Christian, all the rest of it. But this crack cocaine thing is the devil, bro.
They kept calling him back.
Yeah.
Like Pokey.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna die.
This crack keep calling me, man. He keep calling me. Coolest fight, guys. Kazagi versus Ward at 168.
Let me hear from you, Tunde.
Listen, Joe Kazagi was a wizard. He was a wizard. And but Andre Ward is an equal wizard. It would have been a great fight. I would have to go with, as you know, Kazagi is my favorite British fighter ever. But just seeing Ward, what he's done, and how I would say not so prime Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins dropped Joe. I don't think he could. I don't think he could beat.
The first round.
Yeah, I don't think he could have beat Andre Ward. I'm just being honest.
Right, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think Andre Ward would have beat him in an ugly fight because Andre Ward just knew how to win. He didn't business how it went. He'd find a way to win.
Yeah.
So I would have gone for begrudgingly gone for Ward as well because
Joe knows how to fight ugly as well. Joe knows how to fight ugly.
He does.
But I just see Joe got dropped by lesser fighters in his career. I remember when he got dropped by that little Cadbury's cream egg brother.
Yeah, Caleb. Caleb.
Yeah. And brother, I was in total shock when I saw that. I was like, wow. But Joe had a good chin. He always recovered and come back and dropped, man.
When Byron Mitchell dropped him and he was gone.
Yeah, Byron Mitchell as well. I remember that
and
fight.
He was up and just broke him up.
Yeah. So it's always Joe's had a good chin, but I just think you couldn't make that mistake against Andre Ward because the guy was just such an intelligent fighter.
Never in a million years.
Felix Trinidad against Canelo. Nah, Canelo's too strong for him. But don't let Felix Trinidad catch you with a left hook. I'm telling you that for free. Because in my opinion, he had the best left hook I've ever seen. I love
the way you throw it from a tight guard.
Trust me, the best left hook. And when he come back, when he came up, moved up to middleweight, and he fought William Joppy, is then you know that left hook had devastating power.
I remember George Foreman on the HBO commentary saying he reminded me of Sugar Ray Robinson.
Trust me.
That punch power was serious.
Will Stokes, what's good, my bros? From a real professional perspective, can you let us know how much you expect from Canelo versus BJS? I know some people saying BJ can really be competitive and others saying not. What are your thoughts?
I think that Billy Joe's going to be completely competitive in this fight. And it can be competitive because I'm saying it was Tunde that gave me that line that he had better footwork than Michael Jackson. That I used
Trust me.
Because you were at the fight when he got wobbled by that little Billy man. And and Billy just switched it on and done some fantastic maneuverments to get out of the way. So
trust me.
I think knowing Billy Joe, it's going to be the best Billy Joe that we're going to see. And it's going to have to be the best Billy Joe we see. You're going to have to favor Canelo. Yes, we are. But it'd be a damn fool to write off Billy Joe in this fight. Because Billy Joe needs this fight to show us just how great he can be.
I'm a bit concerned. Not concerned because obviously. But I'm my eyebrows raised how Tyson Fury said that he would have liked to see Billy in a few more fights before he took on Canelo. That ain't no positive talk to me. I don't like that kind of talk.
Well, I mean, I don't like them talk neither. But we'll address that. We'll address that later to where it could be coming from. But, I agree with him when he's saying me personally, I would like because Billy's being very inactive,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He'd be very inactive.
And Billy's a pot noodles man. He only have pot noodle and then turn up and fight. Like when he fought Chris Eubanks Jr., he's jamming pot noodles in the car. And then he broke up with Chris Eubanks Jr. So fam, Billy Joe Saunders is a different animal. So whatever way you look at it, Billy Joe ain't coming there to make up numbers. But again, is this gonna be his? No, this is gonna be his second fight in America, right?
With Billy Joe.
Yeah, because he fought on the KSI bill before, innit?
Yeah. It's gonna be second fight out
there. Yeah. I mean, the cards are really stacked against Billy. Huh?
We need to go to that fight, bro.
Yeah, we're going to that fight.
Yeah, we need to go to that fight.
Yeah, phone up the main man. We need to be at that fight.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna phone him because we need to go to that fight.
Yeah, 100%.
That will be a big boy fight. Now, trust me. We need to go to it.
What's this? Patrick Hausenfleck. Biggest mistake ever. not acclaiming John the Beast Mugabe at middleweight before fighting Hagler. Also not going all in against Hagler and not trying to box him.
That's a very good question there, Patrick. And you're absolutely right, because all of Mugabe's proper wins came down at light middleweight. But because I think his purse was something like $5 million for that fight, of which allegedly Sauerland and Mickey Duff stole the money and gave Joe Mugabe some little idiot money out of it.
You
remember the London program that used to come on Fridays? You must remember it. Yeah.
Come on.
Right. That was a big boy show with Trevor Phillips. Right?
Yeah.
And they were speaking about fighters being manhandled, and that's where the story came out. Like John Mugabe got about 200 grand out of that $5 million.
Wow.
Right? And so Mickey Duff allegedly robbed him. I ain't gonna speak ill of no one who's dead. But yeah. But John Mugabe should have remember what was the 1980 Olympics. John Mugabe got a silver medal in. And I think John Mugabe could have done a lot more if with Hagler, because he gave Hagler a hell of a fight. I remember that when Mickey Duff was saying, because he had a priest in his corner, and Mickey Duff saying, "If you're not listening to me, listen to the Father. Listen to the Father." And
I remember that.
The said, "Come on, John, you can do it, man. God is with you. Jesus is with you." You jabby there. It was Hagler's left or right where it was with him.
AJ, let's read some questions here. AJ says, keep the content coming. How do you deal with a boxer that likes to throw body shots like Canelo does? Canelo likes to go to the body to drain fighters. How does Billy prevent being hit upstairs? Well, first thing is, Canelo will drain you with a ring, with a performance before the fight.
Yeah, and that's the trick. That's part of the trick.
Trick.
That's the trick. All this regalia, this living in America, Apollo Creed style, coming into the ring.
Yeah, because Floyd done that to him.
Yeah. That drains you. You have to be completely focused. If I was Billy Joe, I would do something similar to what Steve Collins did when he fought.
You're reading my mind, Spence.
All right, cool. That's what I'll do. Because total blockage. Come in there, put your headphones on.
Yeah.
Get sponsored by Beats by Dre. You know what I mean? You're totally all that's going on is irrelevant to you because you're not tapped into it. But anytime you start reading into all of that hype and that adds to your nerve and the pressure that's going to be on you. So that's what I would say. Michael Grimes, 7 minutes to get into the ring. And that's the thing. In them 7 minutes, that's pivotal because that can zap you out already.
Absolutely.
And also, Billy Joe's going to have the right entourage around him. You know what I mean? When you got the right people around you that's probably saying like, yeah, come on, you got this, bro. Because I saw what he did to Yildirim, because Yildirim don't fight like that. Yildirim fought a shit of himself. And Yildirim was fighting a survival mode, but looking like I'm still doing something. But you never done nothing because of the pressure and then shock to the body. So obviously, Yildirim fancied his chances against Chris Eubank Jr. He thought they could knock out Chris Eubank Jr. He was an unbeaten fighter. And he thought he could just go out there and try to put on Eubank. So when you try to put it on someone, you're in punching, you're susceptible to get hit. With Canelo said, I'm just going to beat you up. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Has Billy, I asked the question, has Billy got the same footwork at 168 that he had down at 160?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Because when Billy Joe was fighting at 160, he was really a 168 fighter anyway.
Yes. Was that because of indiscipline?
Remember, Billy Joe started off as a light middleweight. You know? Remember when he came from?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He had a really terrible performance, and Dean Powell said, "That bloody kid."
Yes, I remember.
Was that you were called for that fight?
Yeah, for sure. I remember. You're right. Yeah. I like Saunders' chances against Canelo more at 160 under Dom Ingle. Too flat-footed at 168 for me, which is what I was just saying. Back in 2017 and 18, and he wins. Billy is better as a mover rather than in the pocket. Well, one thing we know, you cannot stand in the pocket with Canelo.
It's in what pocket?
You
can't
because
fit that pocket with Canelo.
you're done. You're done.
Man will take out your ribs. Man will take
only
out
way Billy
70.
the only way Billy can win this fight, in my opinion, is box and move. Hit and move. Just like he done with the Canadian boy. What was that boy's name? David Malou. Well, again, Canelo's not no David Lemieux, but he has to employ similar tactics with this. The thing is has Billy still got that in him? I don't know. Listen, any man that's still unbeaten all these years has to be a threat. But then again, Callum Smith was unbeaten, Ring Magazine #1, and Canelo just destroyed him. But no, I don't think Canelo has fought anyone with the footwork of Michael Jackson, aka Billy Joe Saunders. So it's going to be interesting.
He's going to be interesting. He's going to be moonwalking all up and down that ring.
It's going to be very interesting.
Ezra, hopefully, no realization clause. Canelo likes to always have the edge before the fight, and it's the truth. But when you're Canelo, you can write your own rules.
Trust me.
That's the truth. Because he brings so much to the game and so much financial assistance to the sport
and to the economy.
And yeah, it's not just a fight. It's not just it's the economy. Because you all think wherever he's fighting, and hopefully borders open up even more in the fights in Vegas, that Canelo fights and he boosts the whole economy of that area for that week. You know what I mean? So if you got a business, you know the Canelo fights coming, you're gonna earn money.
Enrique, I like that. Enrique Ahumada says, he says, Azteca power, don't forget that we have the blood, that we have blood.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Travelers have got the blood as well, fam.
I'm telling you that now. Don't listen to me.
So don't get it twisted.
Travelers are not frightened of no one.
No one.
Nobody.
And I can tell you something. Billy Joe Saunders ain't no Yildirim.
Right.
He ain't no Yildirim.
Right.
You know, this is a guy that it's just he is like a Canelo. Every so often, you just get a special kid. You know, and Billy Joe is definitely one of them. It would, in my opinion, still be one hell of a major upset. You know, but could it be a case of everyone has a bogeyman? You know, who was Chavez's bogeyman?
Ezra just said, sorry, big up Ezra. Ezra said, wow, 486 people hit the like buttons, folks. Yeah.
490. Come on, 492. 492 people.
Yeah, well, hit the like button, man. Come on, man.
Yeah. Why are you hitting the like button? 492. 492 people in the building. Hit that like button, please. I beg. Billy Joe, MA says, Billy Joe just can't set his feet, but Canelo will make him stand stationary at times, in my opinion. You know what? I'm going to have to agree with that.
So we've got 503 people on the live. I just checked them off. So can you guys please just hit the like button before I go to my bed?
I think that's the most we've ever had. We've never hit over 511 right now.
Yeah, well, 511, that's crazy. That's nuts. That's insane, Tunde Ajayi.
At 4:20, 4:42 in the morning.
The cam that can, Gary Blake, you know what I mean? Who's always early, never late. Big up Gary Blake. But I woke up Gary Blake this morning. Gary come open up and was like rubbing his eyes. I said, bruv, are you watching the fights in that? Tunde must have thought I was going to be sleeping. Tunde was like, yeah, wake up, Spence, you idiot. I was up. waiting, ready to
Bro,
go.
I couldn't
Bro.
sleep. You know that go to bed at 9 and that. Bro, I couldn't sleep, Spence. It's a madness.
Listen to me. Go to bed. Listen, man. My daughter keeps me up in it because like my
I
daughter
could not
doesn't
sleep.
My daughter.
Patrick Hausenfleck again makes a great point. He says Canelo will want the smallest ring possible. You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense. The most avoided boxer of all time, Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Well, guess what? He's got something to deal with in Liam Williams. I think that fight's scheduled.
Listen to me. I want you to listen good. Liam Williams will come to fight. And you know what? I remember watching Boo Boo spar with Sean Porter when Sean Porter was getting ready to fight Devin Alexander for the world title.
Yes, yeah, influenced him.
Yeah, and he was giving Sean that work still.
Yes.
He was giving that work. But it was more for Sean Porter to get accustomed to being with a southpaw. Now, my thing is this. My guy's no joke. Even though I got Boo Boo winning, but Andrade's done nothing. Nothing. He hasn't impressed me in nothing that he's done. I'm being real. He hasn't impressed me.
I haven't even watched no fights with him.
Who?
I ain't even watched no fights with Andrade.
Right. Andrade,
he don't even have. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. He doesn't have the energy to make me watch him. But I will watch him when he's. No, I'm being honest. There's certain fighters I need to feel something from them. I don't feel nothing from him. I hear a lot of talk, but I don't feel no energy from him. So I need to. Obviously, he's fighting, Liam. So I'm gonna study his fights.
That's his next fight.
Yes.
I mean, that's his next fight.
Hector Rodriguez says Canelo has been putting the last 4 opponents in their turtle shells. Besides, Gary's moved it. Besides the guy at 175, who I'm too drunk to think about right now. Okay. Hold tight, Rodriguez. Hold tight, Hector. Why you drunk? Why you drunk, Hector? Cause you're just drinking off the Canelo fight, yeah? All right, cool,
yeah,
good.
Of course, man. Get man party for that fight, bro.
All right. Michael Grimes said, hold on. Most avoided boxer of all time said Demetrius Boo Boo Andre. Boo Boo will KO Liam in the 6th. Well, I will be definitely watching to see that because that will be something.
You know what? Like I said, Andrade needs a performance where we're going to say, wow, because unfortunately he's a good fighter that just ekes past guys and beats them, but he needs to start giving us those performances that we believe that he could do. Remember, he's a 2-weight world champion. So if he's going to go, one thing I do know about Liam's a madman. I just want you to realize.
A real madman.
Liam Williams is a madman. He's coming to fight.
Yeah. Andrade is going to have to put in some serious footwork for that fight.
I'm telling you.
He's going to have to be putting in. But he's going to be much. I think he's going to be much bigger than Liam, height-wise and what have you.
Yeah, but you know what? I just want, if Andrade's meant to go do the things that he's meant to, how he proclaimed or how good he was as a fighter, is as a fighter, he's going to have to give us those performances that we can get highlight reels from. Unfortunately, none of his performances, I couldn't say to Tunde, name his last 3 fights on Andrade, you wouldn't even know because they haven't been interesting. They haven't called no buzz. It hasn't been, oh my God, have you seen Andrade? Andrade is very good, but he hasn't given us those performances. So if he ain't given us those performances, you can't be looking to try to get no Canelo fight, or you can't be looking, if there are fights there for him, because, there could be a tie-up to get Andrade versus Canelo. Charlo. That would be a good fight.
Yes.
That would be a good fight. But these guys, they got to build up, man.
MA says, I do think Billy Joe will have some success in the early rounds, but I don't think he can fight Canelo off in the inside Where's it gone now? Off on the inside, and I don't think he can smother Canelo's punches, especially on the inside. Just forget any inside talk with Canelo Alvarez. Just forget it, because
I agree.
you see how Yildirim's face and body was just mashed up after a few minutes.
It was distorted.
You see how Callum Smith's face and body were mashed up within a few rounds.
You know what? Also, when we look at this, we've got to give Callum Smith a lot of credit because the guy sucked it up, you know.
He went to 12.
He went to 12. Nuffman could have quit.
Of course.
He went to 12. You know what I mean? Did you see how his arms were mashed up?
Yeah. Heavy shots. And oh my goodness, please. I don't know. I can't believe how people are still talking about this. But let me read this question. The battle of the lead hand Saunders versus Canelo is going to be no, sir. It ain't that. You just again. All we know is Billy.
Well, how could it be the lead left hand? The battle of the lead left hand when Saunders is a southpaw.
Is a southpaw. Yeah, it's not going to be that. But Billy's greatest success will be coming from his movement. Other than that, you can't outpunch Canelo. You can't hit as hard as Canelo. You don't have a better beard than Canelo. Although Billy, I mean, we ain't seen him put down on the floor yet, but I see him get wobbled up, vicious. But Billy's got a strong beard as well. He was going toe to toe with Chris Eubanks Jr. at one point. So this is what I was laughing at. I said Canelo versus Eubank will be a competitive fight. I think no, brother, it's not.
Listen, you know why the people are saying this also? Because your friend.
It's not.
Your Nigerian friend, your Nigerian friend Don Charles said that Eubank Jr. He's got Eubank Jr. beating Canelo.
When? What? Don was eating Eba at the time. Don was eating Eba, and he had a stout by him. That is my cousin, man. Don was eating Eba, and I had a stout by the time. Listen, man. Canelo out. Listen, Chris Eubanks lost against George Groves. Chris Eubanks lost against Billy Joe Saunders. You ain't being competitive with Canelo Alvarez. Come on. And Chris Eubanks Jr. loves to fight. You can't stand up there. You can't stand up there and fight with Canelo Alvarez.
That would be the wrong person for you to go and fight.
Come on, man. Let's just be real. Just to be real. And I'm always gonna back the UK, man, regardless anyway. But I'm just gonna be real. We've seen Canelo dismantle Callum Smith. Hold on. Callum Smith knocked out the guy that broke up Eubanks, George Groves. Come on, man. We just have to talk the facts.
Don Man says, where's Don Man? Big up yourselves. Great energy as always. And answer me this. Why don't many UK fighters win in the States? And Tunde will break this down to you. He'll break it down to you psychologically and biologically and chemically. Break it down.
Nah, there are many reasons, but one is, I have to say, it's the style. That's one. The second is the energy levels. We got to remember the demographics. UK is a small place. I mean, me and Spencer was talking about this today, that I think one state is bigger than the whole of UK.
Exactly.
And so you're dealing with a whole different energy level. If you look at anything, sports, entertainment, music, anything, everything is done 100 times bigger in America. And I think that fighters that are based in the UK, when they go over and experience the American experience, the whole energy, the whole atmosphere usually does them. And it usually takes something special. And if you look at the British fighters that have done well in America, they've all had unique styles. Prince Naseem Hamed, even a Lloyd Hunnigan, the ragamuffin style. You know, and the ragamuffin style. Nigel Benn. These are not. They're not normal British fighters. They come with something different.
For real.
You see what I'm saying? They're not technical. So you have the stylistic aspect of it, and then you just have the whole occasion of. I mean, even Anthony Joshua, his first fight in the US, he lost, right?
He lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Many fighters go over to the US. Callum Smith, I'm sure that was his first fight in the US.
Yeah. No, second.
Second. Liam Smith. I think that was his first fight in the US.
His first fight.
You got to be something special, but I just think it's the whole demographics. A lot of remember they've got a lot of heritage as well. Even though boxing started in the UK, I think it's taken more seriously in the sport in America. It's more of a natural thing.
And also, if you think about the guys who've had real success in America as fighters, Jack Kidberg famously got an incredible win against Kid Chocolate.
Yes.
Right? Those guys, they were kind of based out there anyway, or their styles were kind of based.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So it's like, yeah, we're going out there. Prince Nassim Hamed had a very unusual, unorthodox style, and he could punch like a mother. Lloyd Hannigan, right? You mean? And remember, Nassim Hamed up and down a barn burner in
Kevin
December
Kelly.
Against Kevin Kelly, 1997. That was a wicked fight, right? Lloyd Hannigan famously September of 1986 when he goes to America, Atlantic City, and beats the great Donald Curry. Don't forget, Donald Curry was ranked as the pound-for-pound #1. But Lloyd had that, as Tony put that ragamuffin style, and he never business. Lloyd went out swinging, but Lloyd was a very, very good boxer. I remember Jim Watt, the former WBC lightweight champion, who lost his world title against a man that Tony was talking about, Alexis Arguello, right? In 1981, he used to spar with Lloyd, and he said everyone's saying how good Donald Curry is, but Lloyd Hannigan is slippery as a cat. You can't catch him because he used to spar with him. So it's them kind of things. Going to America is no joke. To be in America under that spotlight, you're going against a nation #1, and you're also going against the heritage, and it's different, especially like in the 80s and 90s, it was different. But like now, when you're going up against a Mexican who, and this is the statistical facts, there is 130 million Mexicans, right? 1 in 3 Mexicans watch Canelo fight. Are you listening to this one, Tim?
Serious?
1 in 3 Mexicans watch the guy fight.
Serious.
So go do the maths on that.
Yes.
So that's not an easy proposition to say that you're going up against Canelo. So every time Canelo fights, 40 million of his people in his native country watch him fight. Bro.
And regardless, is what I keep saying, is energy.
Yeah,
it's energy. It's a small demographic against an enormous demographic. And again, even on these shows, we see the effect it had on Josh Warren the other week there. Josh is used to having his fans, which play a major part in his makeup. It's the energy, it's the crowd, it's the atmosphere, it's as you say, America is just it's just a massive place, and there's so many fighters there, so many hungry fighters there that want to succeed. It's not a joke. Spencer's actually holding his face now because he wants to go back to bed. So I think we're going to go to 3 more minutes. And let's go to 6 more minutes. So we'll do the 2-hour mark, Spence.
Yeah, we did a 2-hour mark.
And then we'll wrap it up. Let's see.
But I'm very grateful for all the people up on the live who've been
Steve Bailey, again, yes, sir. It does. Steve Bailey said, doesn't the time difference, etc., not play a part of the UK fighters? And again, that's why you have to acclimatize. But even then, you know, even if you're acclimatized, you know, before it seems that fighters are doing the acclimatized thing at the last minute now. I mean, we kind of, even us, we made a mistake. Not really a mistake. They wasn't paying for us. But even Russia, even the Russians, they calculated that thing with days and times, and in hindsight, we could have got to Russia a lot earlier, because it wasn't that major difference. It was a difference, and so you imagine going to America.
Yeah, also, too, what was the food like when you was out there?
Bro, anyway, I told you about that. There's stories that me and Anthony have never shared yet. That one day we will share how we would treat.
Was the food nice or not nice?
No. Listen, again, we were in a hotel. It was it was a group hotel. Listen, man. A lot of people have to realize, it's all experience for us, and we're learning in this thing, as we go along. So there was a lot of not mistakes. I would just say lack of experience, things that we could have done or should have done. People were saying it before, but listen, experience is the best teacher. So we learn from that. But yeah. Some other questions there. Mexico is just a third world country. Tough.
Hector Rodriguez. Yeah. We got Bobby Wright for the donation again.
It's just our culture. Super solid. Yes, sir. Old type Bobby. Thank you very much, sir. Let me say it right. Gore Guruga says, is this the year Billy Joe and Tyson Fury officially lose their oaths? Well, if Tyson is to fight AJ, there's a possibility. And if Billy is to fight Canelo, as we've just heard tonight, on May the 8th, there is. But there's also a possibility they can keep their oaths. You ever thought about that one?
Yeah.
You understand? And as we always like to hear them say, we're fighting men. And this could be the true year of the fighting man. And what a story it will be for Billy Joe Saunders. Because this guy has been, at times, a promoter's nightmare. Because Billy, if he ain't right, he ain't fighting. He don't business. And you can't really trick him with a money thing because he's got money.
Exactly.
He's got money. And I think he was even cussing Callum Smith for taking that fight with so ill preparation.
It's mad. You heard that? What did he have? He had under a month to get ready.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Come on. Alan Skill says, fantastic show as ever, gentlemen. Could be the Ant and Dec of boxing. We the Batman and Robin boxing.
That's so good question there.
Yeah, Ezra said it. Or is this the year of the Travelers taking over boxing? Could be. Could be. Off the canvas boxing. He said, Tunde and Spencer, when's the autobiography coming out?
I'm sure you have some stories for the day. Yeah, we got stories for days, bro. For days.
MA says, don't you guys think Saunders should have fought at least a few better fighters before fighting Canelo? Because it's a huge step up in competition.
100%. And I think that's what Tyson Fury was alluding to when he said, he would like to feel if Billy had more fights going into this fight, because Canelo's no joke, bro. And we're seeing it time into Canelo's no joke. You know what I mean? Especially to do what he did to Callum Smith. You're no joke.
You know and I couldn't see Billy doing that to Callum Smith.
Nah, but styles make fights. And that's
Yes. Billy did want that fight though. So again, Billy's not a man who backs down from a
duo on boxing. Thank you very much.
Old type Hard Jones. Old type Hard Jones.
What is it? Let me go see.
Sorry, I accidentally pressed something.
Whatever. And big up my guy Country. Country's watching. He just sent me a text message saying, "Yeah, big up for the live stream. He
Big up
enjoyed that."
Country. Big up Country.
My brother from another mother, that dude, man. Really straight. He's a real one.
MA, active Ward versus Canelo. Andre Ward.
I got Andre Ward winning that fight, you know.
Trust me.
I got Andre Ward winning. He finds a way to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be real with you. At 168 pounds, Joe Kazaki would beat Canelo as well.
Yeah.
I'm being real.
Speed, power, and movement.
I'm being real.
Joe Kazagi's got that all. But listen, it's Canelo's time, so we're always gonna, try to make that mythical matchup with him because he's just a man. It's just like Floyd. Yeah. Everyone was trying to, imagine guys that would beat Floyd, and everybody's got their favorites. But right now, it's Canelo era, and
yeah, it is, and it's his time right now, and I mean, it's his time right now. What is that? The Ezra says Tunde Spencer. When you are next. You know what I'd like to do? There's a couple of people that's building in my head right now, but I wouldn't mind getting Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker on because we know them both as well. I wouldn't mind that. Doing a lot
Clarissa, did Clarissa phone you or message you?
No, I sent her a message, but she must be busy. But I'm gonna try to grab. Yeah, we gotta get Clarissa Shaw. She's defending her title next week, so we might get her instead.
Well, this is gonna be the first pay-per-view women's fight ever, right?
Ever no, I think it's the second. I think the first one was Jackie Frazier versus Layla Ali.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because she messaged me and she said
the first one in the 22nd century.
Okay. Yeah, she messaged me and said that she's doing so much press at the moment, but she'd like to come on.
Well. Yeah,
she would like to come on. But we gotta get Alan Skill says, get that black book out, Spence. We gotta get Sugar Ray on this thing here.
You know what? I'm gonna send a message to him. Now you said it, I'm gonna mental note of it. I'm gonna send a message to him tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because that would be very good to get Sugar Ray. You know what I mean? And me and his son Ray Jr. we're cool as well.
Hold on. Old tight Hexer. I don't know if he's still drinking, but he's saying Mexico is too hungry right now. Cartels are at war. We have neighboring countries passing through. We're on the verge of becoming a world power. Our boxers are gonna be tough to beat. All right, cool. Say nothing.
What?
Say nothing. All right, but bro, you need to step up though because Oscar Valdez has got to fight Shakur. AJ, well, he's a Mexican heavyweight. John Ruiz, no, we done broke him up already.
No, but the thing about it is, John Ruiz now under Ronaldo has lost 20 pounds in weight. I see him on the bag. He look good. He look sharp.
I see that. And if he can, as I said, with Ruiz, it's always been a case of his indiscipline, and obviously he's moved to a winner's camp. So, Eddie Reneso's on a great run. Just very much so like how when Joe Gallagher had that unbeaten run. Remember, he had some mad unbeaten run, Joe Gallagher.
7-0.
Yeah, so it was crazy. Yeah. So, fighters, trainers get their time.
He's down on that for long, and then his fighters lost.
Yeah. So every trainer, they get a period where they're just running high. So looks like it's Eddie Reneso's time right now. He's got a few world champions, and an up and coming prospect. So yeah, you're right. But I think in today's climate, we need to see the best fight and the best.
1,000,000%. I like that question by Central Scott. Salvador Sanchez versus Lomachenko. Salvador Sanchez would have beaten Lomachenko. I just want at 126 at featherweight, definitely beating him.
Easy work.
Right? Salido beat Lomachenko. I know business that it was his second pro fight. I know business. The man had 7,000 amateur fights.
Lomachenko can't beat Salvador Sanchez. You're mad.
No way. I mean, no way. Salvador
You
Sanchez
can't
to
beat
me.
Teofimo Lopez. How you gonna beat Salvador Sanchez? What are you chatting about? Come on, man. Let's get real. Chisora said yesterday he wants to fight Parker in 8 weeks. Too soon for Parker or perfect timing? Should be a great fight either way.
Yeah, too soon for Parker right now. He just had that hard fight against Farr today. That was a hard fight. Many people thought he lost the fight, so I would say like it could be a bit too soon for him. But you know what? I got to be 100. Most guys in boxing, they're good people, and he definitely Joseph Parker's a good guy, man. Really good guy.
Very nice guy.
He's got time for everyone.
Yeah. One of the last few questions were
Prime Floyd Mayweather thoughts.
Say again.
Tunde Don Man says Prime Duran versus Prime Floyd Mayweather thoughts ?
Roger Mayweather said no one ain't beating Roberto Duran in his prime.
All right.
He said it raw.
Right.
He said Roberto Duran was the greatest Latin fighter ever.
Right. I rest my case.
Trust me. Roberto Duran weren't no joke.
Roberto
Duran weren't no joke. Hector Rodriguez said Valdez is a beautiful person. I think that was supposed to say I believed in him and I was right. Valdez, I saw a little thing with him and he was very, very gracious in victory.
Nice guy.
Nice guy. And I love what he said about, believing in yourself. Everybody thought he was going to get knocked out, and he proved all the doubters wrong. Yeah, that was a great speech by Valdez. I like that. And he showed real gamesmanship and sportsmanship in his victory against Bouchez last week. Great guy.
Turn. I think we should wrap it up now.
Yes, sir.
He's on red, and I ain't got time to stretch over for the wire.
Bro.
I want to go to my bed. I mean, I'm on later on today on the Frost Report. DJ Jumping Jack Frost. He's got his own thing called the Frost Report now. So I'm on that run, and like me and Tunde's gonna be on there this week. I'm gonna have to go through this black book. Maybe it's Sugar Ray Leonard. I would love to have Derek Chisora and Joseph Parker because I think they two would go at it. It'd be great. And if they come on our show, then the fight's gonna happen because they all watch us. The reason why they all watch us is because everybody who's commented, everybody who's liked, subscribed, sent in their money, and on the super chats and all the rest of it, you guys give us a lot of power. You have no idea how much power you give us because guys, watch what we say and it goes viral. The Mark Breland went viral. We spoke about fights that are gonna happen and made it and gave it that gravitas and that power. And it's because of you guys who are supporting us. So we're very, very grateful to you guys. You guys give us the energy. I am dying to go to sleep, but even though I'm dying to go to sleep, Baba Tunde Ajayi is giving me that energy, just perk me up. You know how it goes.
Yeah, you're rubbing your face like you was in Jerusalem. Let's start rubbing his face like Spencer Fearon, my long-time brethren. All right, people. Yeah. It's been great. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Thank you for watching us, giving us your time, your energy, and there's only one way to sign it off. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Good night. God bless. Like, subscribe, comment, pass it out to your friends. Well, thank you for joining us. Baba Tunde Ajayi and Spencer Fearon, Master Genius and Master Knowledge on The Fight Is Right. The Canelo breakdown. I can't even call that other guy's name because he never done nothing. Later.
Come on.